Morning folks. Should be an eventful day. We're starting with some raking, but I also got a call. They're planning on coming out to pour the bin today. It's gonna be 90 degrees. Not the most fun day to pour concrete. They're gonna get it done, I think, and so are we, except I'll be in air conditioning. Dad'll be coming shortly, and he'll pretty much be baling as I'm raking. Well, here he is. Shake and bake time. Big badger holes, dips, and it's bouncy, and then it seems like half the field is end rows and short rows. And I guess the moisture sensor on the baler is saying it's a little on the wet side, so Dad's just probably taking a nap, letting her dry a bit, but we're gonna keep going. I'm just crawling through this thing, trying not to break my head open on a window. They're just getting started on this. They got it marked out, and yeah, it's out there a ways. It's gonna look like something with these 3 bins sitting next to each other.
Famous job.
So they got a laser level, and as they're trenching, they're making sure they're at the right depth, and we're pretty much getting it same height as the next bin over. Got it all cut out. They're getting the stakes in for the form. They're gonna get those forms up and then pour early in the morning. They've already poured 2 bins today. Howdy folks, it's the next morning and then we're gonna start pouring shortly, but look at this system coming in. We might get some moisture. We'll see what happens. Hopefully no wind or hail. Yeah, last video I told you about how pretty much almost all of my rented acres got hit pretty good with hail. None of Dad's got hit, and I have 200 acres out here that didn't get hit with hail. And so hopefully at the end of the day I can still say that I have 200 acres that didn't get hit with hail. Oh boy. Big wind. And Dad's in the back feeding. It's quite getting kind of nasty out here. Looks more intense when I have the wipers on full speed. Shake the vehicle. Oh, it's coming down! All formed up and ready to go. Oh my gosh. Our shades blew over back there. No cattle sitting underneath it. Well, it looks over. We barely have puddles. More wind than anything. And we better flip those windbreaks back over before cattle start walking on those tarps. I'd say that's stuck through. Looks like that one didn't flip though, and it was faced north to south, and the two that flipped were faced east to west. Just depends on which way the wind was coming, I suppose. These got stabbed too. That's a bummer. New tarp. Where the storm came from, say there was 70-mile-per-hour winds that were measured. I don't know if we quite got that. You know, the corn looks like it's standing pretty good. I do have a buddy a few miles down the road saying his sweet corn is flat. Probably not as good of genetics for that kind of stuff in sweet corn compared to field corn. I'm really hoping this is all the damage we had. It'd be a bummer if my corn got hailed on a couple days ago and now a lot of Dad's corn got knocked over by wind. We wouldn't be very happy. Well, we got them back up, ready to be shade again. Bummer that we got holes in them now. Looks like we had plenty of gravel left over. Last truck is just pulling in, and we're gonna pick up those hay bales we made yesterday. It's a nice cool morning to pour concrete, that's for sure. A lot better than yesterday. This is about the only puddle we got out of that. 7/100ths in the gauge, less than 1/10 of an inch. More wind than anything, but Dad and I drove around quick, and it looks like the crop's standing just fine out here. We sure ended up with a lot of extra gravel, but us cattle farmers, we always have a place to put it, that's for sure. Well, the crew is all picked up. Bins poured. Looks like that's all they had extra. Nice finish on it. Bin materials are supposed to show up pretty soon. Skyline at Sonne Farms is gonna look a little bit more different here in a couple weeks. Dad just called and said we got cows out in our beans right here close to home. I'm guessing with that big wind, I've seen branches fall down. I'm guessing a branch fell on the fence, and then cows found it. I'm glad that field is beans and not corn, because it'd be a lot harder to see them. Well, we maybe wouldn't have seen them for a few days even. They could have just been playing around in the corn. That's a big tree. So Dad's gonna push the cattle to me. We're gonna try to spook them back over this fence and then get her fixed up. These beans look nice. Pretty fancy. Hey, hey. I got one cow. Fixing fence on the birthday.
With the sweat.
Sweating on the birthday.
This ain't no meat sweat. Yeah, it kind of is.
Getting poked in the arm on the birthday. You got the best sun ever on your birthday.
Yeah, it's behind a cloud.
The Dakota Gold Pro Pellet saves the day. They went in a lot better after I spread some out. That was an interesting second half of the video. We had big storm, flip shades, poured concrete, cattle out, tree on the fence. Good stuff. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Love to see you next time. Don't forget to wish Brian a happy birthday. Have a good one. Fancy corn. Look at this. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wow, that's gonna be like 800 bushel right there.